What's up, everybody? It is Jay Rivera. I hope you had a very Merry Christmas and an amazing Happy New Year. I can't say the same for me, to be honest. If you didn't know, now you know I was stuck home with coronavirus.
Coronavirus!
My biggest nightmare literally came true. Like, I did not think I was gonna get this. I really did not. So, I'm here to tell you about my story, the symptoms I had, any tips, and all that stuff. Really quickly, I'm going to say now I am clean and negative because I know that's the first thing people are going to ask me. This is my positive COVID results, and these are my negative COVID results. Something fell. Okay, so my last shift at work was on Christmas Eve, which was December 24th. After I got done with my shift, I went over to my family's house and I was with a lot of people. So I had 3 days off. I had the 25th, the 26th, and the 27th, and the 28th is the day I was supposed to go back into work. That morning, I woke up with excruciating pain. I woke up with the biggest headache, but it was like in the back. It was in the back of my head, and I had the most insane pain on my chest ever. Like, my freaking chest was gonna rip apart. It was that bad. Now, I woke up at 12 and I was scheduled to go into work that day at 4. What had happened is at 1 o'clock, I just couldn't take it anymore. I said, I'm going to the hospital. I had to call my job and tell them I'm showing symptoms of COVID, which is why I have to go to the hospital. Now, how did I know this was a symptom? The reason is because I was at a birthday party 2 weeks prior with my one friend and she told me she had it. And the symptoms that she had was the same ones that I had. Headache in the back, and chest pain. I'm here to tell you, look out for those symptoms. Seriously, people think of COVID and they automatically think of fever and loss of taste and smell, and that's when they freak out about having it. Like, no, there's plenty of symptoms. Go on Google. There's a whole list of symptoms that could all be related to COVID. Do your research, people. Seriously. I was extremely tired. I was extremely weak. I was in pain in my chest and in my head. It was bad. So I'm on my way to the hospital. I stopped to put gas, and I'm literally like dizzy while I'm over here getting gas. And on my way to the hospital, my coworker reaches back out to me. She said, "What's going on?" I say, "Look, I'm having COVID symptoms. I need to go to the hospital." I was with her on Christmas Day, and she had to tell her whole family. So this is where things get scary, you guys. I go into the hospital. And as soon as I get into the hospital, there's two parts. There's one for people with COVID symptoms, and there's another section with people who don't have COVID symptoms. Like, for example, you have a toothache or a broken toe. So I tell them what's going on with me, and they sit me in the COVID section with two other people. And the two other people they sit me with are people with COVID. Like, they are already positive. It got scary for me. The one lady that was there, she had it for 6 days and it was hard for her to breathe and she was having trouble breathing. The other man that was there, he was there for 5 days and he said that he was having trouble breathing. I'm like, oh my God, I'm scared as hell right now. Like, I was literally like, no, this can't be it right now. I'm scared. I was traumatized. I'm telling you, I woke up and I knew I had COVID. Like, there was no doubt in my mind. I knew I had it. They take me to the hospital. My God, to the hospital. They take me to the back and I tell them what's going on. They see I'm a big guy and I tell them I have pain in my chest, so they're automatically gonna run me tests for a heart attack, stroke, and all that stuff. So I'm like, you know what? That's fine. I want a COVID test though before I leave this place because I know I have it. I just know it. I understand you have to go to testing centers, but I wasn't so. That's how much pain I was. I went straight to the emergency room. That's how bad it was. They literally run the test on me, and I actually had high blood pressure. Like, my blood pressure was like OD high, and they were trying to bring it down. So what happened was that they wanted to keep me overnight. I was about to be admitted overnight to just so they could monitor me and make sure I was okay. So they sat there, they put me in the robe. I was isolated. I couldn't talk to nobody, none of that. So as soon as they sit there and tell me that they're going to admit me for overnight monitoring, they have to come in and do a COVID test because that's when they're going to find out if I have to be in a COVID area or a non-COVID area. All right, the nasal swab. This is where things get crazy. So, for a lot of people saying out there that the COVID test doesn't hurt, you're tripping. The doctor, he shoved it up my nose and He literally digged in my brain, like he poked in it. So the way it goes is that you're supposed to count for 15 seconds, but he went in extra deep in, so he only counted till 10. He was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He literally did it exactly like that, and he just shoved it out. Thank God it was only one nostril. But I will say that my right nostril is more sensitive than my left nostril. So they had to do the test on me just to make sure I was positive or negative or whatever. And then I'm like, all right, well, Jane, prepare yourself. You're going to come back positive. So it was a 45-minute wait. It was already 6 o'clock. I says they were trying to admit me. They ordered me dinner. Shout out to my best friend Melissa, who works over at Robert Wood Johnson, who hooked it up for me to get a bomb-ass dinner. Hospital dinners are disgusting, but that one was actually pretty good. I'm not even gonna lie. All right, so basically 45 minutes go by around there, and then the nurse, she opens up the door. Listen, she opens up the door and she tells me, yeah, so your blood pressure did go down, so we're going to send you home. I'm like, oh, well, okay, awesome. And she's like, oh yeah, and you also tested positive for COVID. And I'm like, what? I'm positive I have freaking coronavirus. Dude, my whole world came shattering down. Seriously, like, it was bad. I mean, I'm telling you, I knew it. I just knew I had. But once I had the actual confirmation of having it, it's like, oh my God, this is really legit. Like, this is legit. I really have this crap. Once you have it, you have it. I don't know who I got it from. I don't know who it could have came from. I don't know what I touched or what surface I could have put my hands on that could have gave me this, you know? Because it's as simple as, you know, touching something and you know, wiping your nose or something like that. Like, I just don't know who I got it from. It was over. I already had it. As soon as I found out, I freaked the fuck out. This is where things get rough for me. Like, it's a mental state. It's a mental game. The nurse automatically told me contact everyone you have been with in the last 5 days. I had to call my 2 best friends who, listen, I was with them the day before, and I had to call them to let them know that I had COVID, and they're scheduled to leave on January 9th to freaking Jamaica. Like, talk about fear. I'm like, oh my God, I'm ruining their vacation right now. So I had to call them. I had to call my family, the ones I live with at home, my brother and sister-in-law, and my nieces and nephew. They went to go live with my sister-in-law's mom for like the next 2 weeks. They're supposed to come back home really soon. I had to call my mom and dad, let them know everything that was going on. They had to call my grandmother. I was, you know, with her the day before. They had to call my uncle. I was with them 2 days before that. You know, I had to call my other cousin. I was with them on Christmas Day. It was insane. Everyone who I was with on Christmas Eve, we had to let them know right away. And by the grace of God, everybody, every single body came back negative. I was with so many people. I had to call one of my clients I took photos for, and she's negative. Like, everyone around me that was around me in the last 5 days were all negative, and I'm praised, and I was blessed for that. I'm telling you that right now, my coworkers, everybody. My biggest fear was for me to have that, and I give it to someone I love, and, you know, God forbid things get even worse. You know what I mean? COVID takes lives away. Lives get taken away due to this virus. That's the immediate thing that comes into my mind. You know, I was like, you know, I was like, screw me, I don't care. I just want everyone I love to be good and safe. That's all that mattered to me. It was just that. So this was all on December 28th. From there on out, I had to stay in. I couldn't go out. I literally became a prisoner in my own bedroom. I don't know how people can be in prison. I couldn't do it. I'm telling you, 10 days in the isolated world, it was no fun, no jokes at all. There's a small little hallway table in my hallway. That's where I would get food dropped off. All of the utensils were plastic. I have the plates, the cups, everything was plastic because we didn't want to avoid contact. The bathroom literally we had like a whole disinfecting station in the bathroom, like for every use. Every time someone used the bathroom, we had disinfected all the way. I had to go in and out the bathroom with a mask on. I couldn't be a human. I really couldn't. I was literally in my room trapped. It felt like a long 10-day timeout, basically. Like, seriously, it was not okay. The only way I could communicate with people was through FaceTime or, you know, phone calls and stuff like that. I spent New Year's Day and Eve. I spent my first New Year's Eve sober. It was the weirdest thing ever, I swear. Everyone was having fun, and it was just the craziest thing ever. I'm telling you right now, I do not recommend this on nobody. I do not wish this on nobody. I'll tell you right now, I've had more worse pains, but it's like I say, it's really the quarantine and isolation. Like you're away from civilization. I couldn't drive. I couldn't do nothing. I felt like I didn't feel independent. Like I had to rely on people to do things for me. Like my family had to drop off my food for me, and they couldn't be near me. I couldn't do nothing. I had no voice. I'm telling you right now, I had no voice. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you about everything I went through and the symptoms I went through. Day one, dude, I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't think this is a symptom because it didn't even say it on the Google page. But so the first night I came home from the hospital, I was running back and forth to the bathroom at least 30 times, and it was because of, as nasty as sounds, peeing. I was peeing like a freaking faucet that would not turn off. I literally peed like a good 40 times. It was from my bed to the bathroom, from my bathroom to the bed. It was insane. I would not stop. It would just continue. It's like I drank 25 bottles of water that day. It was just like insane. I'm like, whoa, is this gonna be going off for the whole entire 10 days that I'm quarantined? Like, I hope this is not happening at all. Day two, I woke up with diarrhea, and that's where the difficulty of breathing began. I FaceTimed my mom. She got very scared and she got worried. She was trying to call me an ambulance, and I'm like, Mom, this is a symptom. I'll be fine. This is the thing. People think that difficulty breathing is that you're literally losing oxygen and you can't survive. Like, I mean, everyone's different. Everyone has different bodies, but as far as I go, it was just like you're running and you're like, you ran a lot and then you're just trying to catch your air again. It was kind of like that. So that happened only once. It was only for 25 minutes. It only happened once, and that was it. That was pretty much it. I abused this thermometer here. This thermometer is literally from my job. They gave it to me when this whole COVID stuff started, just so we can check our temperatures to make sure we're good. So I was checking my temperatures every 2 hours, up and down, up and down, up and down. I'm done. I'll be 98, 99, 100, 101, 102. The most I ever was 101.5, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, my fever wasn't all that, but it was like that for 7 days. After that, it was just, dude, the coughing. It was really the coughing for me. Let me tell you, the coughing was the worst part of the whole entire COVID experience I had. So one little cough will cause an entire cough attack, and while all that is going on, your chest is in pain. Like, you don't want to cough, but it's trying to come out and you're trying to hold it in, and it's insane. It was bad. It kind of like that. So yeah, I still got a little bit of cough left, but I'm negative. But it was insane. It was like, it was really it was really rough. Like, you were trying to gasp for your air. It was just insane. Like, the coughing was the worst part for me. I did not lose my taste or smell. I did not lose it at all. That was like a huge worry for me. Because there's people out there that don't have it and they'll go a whole 2 months, like a whole 2 months without having taste or smell. And I'm like, oh nah, like, this is not good for a fat guy. I'll tell you that right now. Like, this is not made for me. I can't, no. But, I literally did not lose my taste or smell the whole time. I was able to eat and smell everything. Every morning I woke up and I automatically opened one of my candles to make sure I smelled it, and I was Gucci. Margarita. So basically, my whole COVID symptoms were pain in my chest, coughing, and up and down fever. I also felt very weak, tired, and lazy. Like, I'll tell you right now, I did not. It was hard for me to sleep. I couldn't get comfortable. As far as eating goes, like, your stomach will rumble like you were starving, but you also didn't want to eat. You was just not in the mood to eat. So you'll shove something down your stomach, and after 2 bites, you'll also get full, but your stomach will still be rumbling. It was weird. It was really weird for me. I'll tell you that right now. It was very unpleasant. Like, it was just weird for me. And yeah, small little bit of diarrhea, the whole weird pee side effect, which was the weirdest thing ever because I only had like 5 bottles of water a day, so I don't know why it felt like it was way more. So yeah, it was weird. It was really weird. The hardest thing of this all was being separated from my family, my friends, my coworkers, all my loved ones. It was rough. Like, I felt like I had nothing going for me. I really didn't. Alright, so the last and final day, day 10, I was literally able to leave the house. Okay, you guys, so it is day 10. I am double masked, as you can see. I am finally going to leave the house today. I'm about to go get tested for COVID to make sure that I am actually negative this time. So I'm about to go now. It's a sunny day, so thank God I get to finally go out, even if it's just for a drive, just to like go get a test done, because being in my room sucks. Alright, so I'm here at Riverside Urgent Care about to get my COVID test done. This is my first time here, so I have no idea what the options are as far as rapid or 2 to 4 days or 3 to 5 or something like that. So I'm just hoping I get my results back fast. I hope they come back negative. So I'm going to see if they let me record my test getting done, but I have no idea. So I will keep you guys updated. Oh, okay. So they just sent me back out here to my car. I went in and I filled out the paperwork, and because I am positive, they sent me back out to my car. I can't be around nobody, so I'm like, okay, great. I mean, but the good thing is that they did approve it, the rapid test. They approved the rapid test, and I'll find out 20 minutes after I take it if I'm negative or positive. Okay, so they're coming to test me in my car. So, oh, here they come. Hello.
What's your name?
Gene Rivera.
All right, and your birthday?
October 24th, 1995.
Awesome. I'm Sam. I'm gonna swab you today. Cool car.
Thank you.
All right, you can pull your mask down, just your nose out for me. Both sides. Oh, you know, it's weird. Sorry. There you go. And then just wait here. It'll take about 15-20 minutes to bring the results out, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You could turn out positive still. It doesn't mean you're contagious anymore.
Yeah.
If you're, some works, I don't know why they're requiring it, because even on the CDC website, it says that you can still test positive, okay? Just so you know.
All right.
All right.
Dude, I'm crying right now. Holy crap. Ouch. Oh my God. Yeah, so she didn't shove it in as hard as the hospital did. The hospital legit like poked at my brain, but it's painful. This is still painful. Like, I still teared up a bit. Like, what the hell? So now I just have to wait for my results to come back. Hopefully, I'm praying here they come out negative. It is true what they say, though. I have heard it plenty of times where it'll still come back positive, even though you are fully negative. I don't freaking know why, but that's that. And also, I have heard a lot of stories saying that the rapid test always, like, not always, but a few times it came out back with false negatives. So I'm just, praying for a good outcome. Like, I really am here. You guys, I am negative. I am freaking negative. At least I can show you paper. Right here it says negative. Like, you can see it somewhere, huh? Right here somewhere, negative. Oh, right here, negative. All right, so I can get back to my regular life now, and I can go back to living my life the way it was back in 2020, because I just entered 2021 and got screwed upon, basically. So it's over. This nightmare's over. Hopefully I never catch it again. I'm praying to the Lord. I am still not at 100%, but I know for a fact with the time I'll feel better. And yeah, I'm just glad to be back. I am so glad to be back, I swear. I needed that security. I needed to know that I was negative. Hugging all of your friends, your family, everyone you were close to, it made everything worth it. It was worth having that negative in the end, I swear. So really quickly, guys, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching this video, for being there for me, for supporting me, for those who did have it. If you don't know now, I'll tell you right now from the bottom of my heart, don't be scared to open up. I understand it's a very sensitive subject. People, you're scared. I know the biggest fear is what others are gonna think, and no one's gonna want to be near you, clearly, because that is the case. But when you have it, you clearly don't want to be no one near, because you don't want to give it to nobody. But the biggest advice I can say is open up about it. Reach out to people. Reach out to others who did have it. That's what I did. It helped me out a lot. They gave me their best advice. any symptom that you feel like you could have, or you could wake up to, go Google it, go get tested, go find out, go to the emergency room. Don't, like, who cares? Like, seriously. If you are someone who has experienced COVID, don't be scared to reach out to me. Don't be scared to comment. It's nothing wrong with it. I'll be more than gladly to comment back, to have a conversation with you. We're all here. This is part of our lives right now. Like, it's part of 2020, 2021. So don't let it embarrass your life. I'll tell you that right now. That's what happened with me. I shut down, and if there's one thing I could say is do not let it mess you up mentally, especially when you have anxiety. It cost a lot of pain for me. It was insane. I literally spent nights in my room thinking of the worst. Don't let it take over you, seriously, because if you let it take over, it will mess you up badly. Alright, you guys, this video is already long enough. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or you want to know any other things, comment below, and I will be more than gladly to answer them for you. There's a whole lot more information I want to give you guys and I could give you guys, and I'm telling you, I can go about 3 hours towards this, but YouTube could only accept so much from me. Alright, so have a blessed day, and have an amazing 2021. Stay safe, stay healthy, wear a mask, and remember, stay protected as much as you can. Much love to you all.